Hi everyone, welcome back to another business English skills lesson. Today's lesson is all about motivation, how to motivate, how to encourage, and how to engage others. And I've called this lesson Find Their Why for a particular reason, which we will talk about in a few minutes. So let's start with motivation. Now, there is a motivation framework which was developed by an American academic. And this framework focuses on three key things. The first being autonomy, second, mastery, and the third, purpose. So this is a framework for motivating people. But what does this actually mean? So I've read the books and I've looked at it, and I think I can sort of digest this into some bite-sized chunks for you. So let's take a look at autonomy. Now, some people are motivated by autonomy. That means having the freedom to make their own decisions, decide what to do, when to do it. But I think most importantly, the freedom to make mistakes. The freedom to make a mistake, learn from that mistake, and then try again without any kind of punishment for making the mistakes. Okay, so number one in this motivational framework is autonomy. The second part of this framework is mastery. Some people are motivated by this desire they have inside them to be the best at what they do. These kind of people are motivated by the process, not the end result. Yeah, the end result, I know, is irrelevant. It's the process that motivates these kind of people. A good example might be an athlete a runner perhaps, an athlete who wants to be the fastest runner in the world, or in their sport. Now, if they become the fastest runner, they will obviously win lots of medals. But it's not the medals that are important. It's the desire to improve and to be their best at any given time that's important. Finally, we have purpose. And people are driven, or people are motivated, or some people at least, by the reason they're doing something, the bigger picture. What are we doing this for? Yeah. So there are three. With this framework, there are three motivational drivers. So we have autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Okay, now if you want to Google this, you can Google Pink's motivation framework, and you can read an awful lot of books and academic works on this motivation framework. Or alternatively, okay, you can watch one of my favourite TED Talks ever by Simon Sinek. And if you haven't seen this, you should Google Simon Sinek, S-I-N-E-K, TED Talks, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. So what we've looked at so far in this framework, autonomy, mastery, purpose, this all boils down to why somebody is doing something. Yeah. And Simon Sinek talks about the what, the how, and the why. Now, let me give you a brief synopsis of Simon Sinek. You should definitely watch the video. Okay. Simon Sinek talks about great leaders don't talk about what they do. Great leaders don't talk about how they do it. Great leaders talk about why they do something. Okay. So if you want to be a great leader, if you want to motivate your team, if you want to encourage and engage your team, then you need to get to know your team. You need to get to know the people that you work with. They may be people who work for your team. You may be the boss. They may just be colleagues of yours. Okay, but if you want to be the person who can motivate, encourage, and engage people, you need to get to know your staff. You need to get to know who they are, why are they working, what motivates them individually. Now, I think this is really, really important because you can also nurture your team. You can nurture members of your staff, And once you actually get to know them, once you actually get to understand what motivates them, you can actually deliver difficult messages and everybody will be happy with the difficult message. Yeah. So this is my business English skills lesson for you today. Watch Simon Sinek's TED Talk on how great leaders inspire action in their teams. Okay, and then go ahead and do it. Practice that in your team. Okay, now to practice this or to do this in your team, you probably need to improve your English skills. So I have developed a program, in fact 2 different programs, to help you guys develop your business English communication skills. So 2 programs, each program is 4 weeks in total. In Communication Skills 1, we look at introducing ideas and concepts. We look at answering questions and giving detailed descriptions and answers. We look at using a thing called spin to help you motivate and influence people through questioning techniques. And then we also look at the power of using no to inspire positive responses. So that's Communication Skills 1. Communication Skills 2 is also a 4-week program which looks at using the power of 3, the magic of 3 as it's also known in the English language. So 3 is the magic number in English. Okay. We also look at disagreeing assertively, brain-friendly feedback, and the idea of delivering positive and motivational messages to your team. These programs have been designed to give you the skills you need in business to do the things that you need to do while using your English language. Okay, so these are not just English language lessons, these are business skills lessons where you will practice and develop your English language skills. If you would like any more information on either or both of these 4-week programs, please get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you and I would love to communicate with you and get to know you and get to know your why.